with over 300 plus YouTube subscribers, 350 Twitch followers, 6,000 plus Instagram followers, probably 7,000 by the time this comes out. 50,000 just about TikTok followers will probably be there by the time this comes out as well. He also makes music on Spotify and Apple Music. We are here with, once again, Vanvleet.
Yeah.
We have not been talking here for 5 minutes while this is recording.
You still did me. I think you did me dirtier this time on the Twitch and YouTube. You started off with it.
First thing we talked about was his family, so I'm going to ask you again. I apologize for the audio issues, but how does your family feel about the fame, and what is the name Vanvleet basically come from? If people don't know already,
So the first thing people will think usually when they hear it is either the basketball player or Chris, and Chris is not my first name. So,
what is your first name?
So my government name, I'm from Mississippi originally, so everyone in Mississippi has double names. So my name's John Michael, but Vanvleet is my stage name for my music and stuff. I get a lot of being comments in my streams and videos and stuff. I didn't know who Chris was when I started using the name. Sorry, I'm not gonna change it. Chris is awesome, makes some awesome content, but Vanvleet is my late grandfather's middle name. He passed away in April of 2023. He was super influential in the local community, and I wanted to use something family related when I was trying to come up with a artist name, and it's kind of stuck. I've really enjoyed it, and it's super weird because people will call me like Van usually on social media. So when people say my government name on social media, it's weird. But then when people say Van in real life, it's weird. I don't know. It's weird. I don't know. I'm getting used to it, but I'm super blessed for everything. But in terms of how my family feels about it, my dad is super supportive. He's always been. He's a businessman, owns his own business back home. So he kind of gets the more non-traditional ways of getting a job and doing all this stuff. So he's always been super supportive. My mom hates wrestling, so she's coming around to it. But I wasn't allowed to watch wrestling until I kind of was like in high school, and I kind of just put it on, and it just kind of happened. So I knew who The Rock was, and I knew who John Cena was through like the memes and stuff, and I had seen like Sheamus action figures and stuff growing up, but I was never fully immersed in it. My dad was a big WCW fan, so was always a big like Hulk Hogan fan and a big Kevin Nash fan in WCW. And so he was like super into it when I decided to start watching wrestling. It was super weird how I started. It was I was on a swim team in high school, and we just had this Hulk Hogan meme where we'd just go, "Oh yeah, brother," to literally everything. I had never watched wrestling before, and we just go, "Oh yeah, brother," just to literally everything. And I just randomly decided to turn on Monday Night Raw, and it was the Raw before Money in the Bank 2016. I watched Money in the Bank 2016, and I've been watching ever since.
That's pretty good, man. That's pretty good.
Hey, good. It was a good pay-per-view to start on.
Yeah, I would say. I mean, definitely went through a rough era there in those couple 2018, 2019, but
I will say I did quit watching for like 2 years. From 2019 to like WrestleMania 38, I stopped watching. I couldn't do the dog.
I'll be honest with myself. I was one of those kids who loved it as a kid, stemmed away from it publicly in high school. I watched a little bit. When COVID came back, I'm not going to lie to you, I got super hooked back into it just because it was the only thing on. And I always loved wrestling. Even when I didn't watch it, I still watched it. So,
yeah.
But yeah, WWE, I think especially after like Mania 38's been crazy, and then your growth. I mean, I think you've been posting for a couple of years now. I definitely know you've been posting
almost 2 years.
Since what? At least 39, right?
I started March 2023 was when I started the channel. But
okay, yeah. I'm pretty sure it was around there. So like basically posting since then. Wrestling's come such a long way. You've been growing. That's crazy, man. I knew about your page at least. I would probably say 20,000 followers ago, but like even then you were big, and now you're almost at 50K, man. But be there.
Especially since Royal Rumble, I had the blessing of being at Royal Rumble this year. It was a crazy experience.
You were on TV.
Yeah, I
was actually on TV. You're one of those freaking slow-mo fans who goes, yeah.
I'm waiting for a reaction clip to make TV. Hopefully that happens this year.
You're getting there. You're getting there. I was making reactions last year, but then TikTok, they want to start banning people, and I was like,
yeah, I do them all on Instagram.
Way to kill the thunder, man.
Dude, since Royal Rumble, the channel's been crazy. I've been switching up my content style. I still do like some fun, like funny content like that I used to do, but I've been switching in with some longer form content because it pays.
You gotta get that money, man.
I think there's this narrative online that like creators like trying to make their bag is like a bad thing, and I don't.
It's
know.
not, man. Listen, if you want to create content, you need to make the bag.
Like the long form content that I've been making on TikTok and Instagram specifically is what's blown up my channel more in the last month. And it also pays. So like, why am I not going to do it?
Exactly.
I don't know. It's a weird stigma people have. And I think people just are in general, whether it's social media or not, just hate to see other people do well. Not that I'm like successful or anything. I'm blessed to have a community that I do have, but I wouldn't consider myself like successful or whatever. I don't know. I just think people see somebody doing well and
give yourself some respect, man. You've been doing a lot of damn good work.
Dude, I'm trying to be like Logan Paul right now. I'm trying to stay humble.
Oh, no. Ew. You can't, Logan. No. You're not Paul American, bro.
It's in his theme song.
I don't give it. What? He changed that shit like fucking every goddamn month. It's a new song.
Oh, my gosh.
Now it's hey-ho with some ghetto ass friggin'.
Did I say humble? I don't know what the lyrics are until he says humble.
It's horrible, bro.
No, man, I'm blessed. Super grateful for the community I've gotten to build, especially the people I've gotten to meet. But
okay, that's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I think that people love to see your content, especially the long form content. It's quality over quantity. So, you know, I used to post a bunch of the reactions I would throw. I'm not gonna lie to you, I'd be up to like 4 a.m, post like 50 of them, and it would get the views, but it's like it wasn't getting the full engagement that some of these other videos do. And now I feel like the videos I post now, they aren't necessarily 100 of them, but I feel like they get better quality, if that makes sense. So I think, you know, it's more important to post good content, just to throw it out there. I used to make NBA videos on YouTube reacting to them.
Nice, that's cool.
And but it was just me reacting to games, and that was the whole channel. That was it. I maybe throw a random video here and there. And I hated I love watching the NBA, but it gets tiring, especially just throwing the same thing over and over. I think you can understand that as a fellow creator, and it's like you constantly want to, you know, evolve your game and do something new. And when you're able to spice things up and, you know, add new content, especially when it goes well, and I think I see yours is going well, it's really redeeming. It's something like, wow, you're doing something well as a creator, doing something right.
Yeah, 100%, man. It feels good. At the same time, I think I've really been trying to. I know a lot of people that are a lot bigger than me don't really surround themselves with people that keep them grounded as people. I know people get a taste of clout or whatever and followers and lose themselves as people. And I've always tried to keep, whether it's friends or family or just people I'm close with, to keep me grounded in reality, that like I'm just because I've got like followers or whatever, and not even that many in the grand scheme of things, doesn't make me better than anybody else. And,
of course.
I've always tried to keep the authenticity in my content, even though like I've been doing it long enough. I had like other like channels that I did before wrestling. I've been doing it long enough to know the game. And like you have to play the game to a certain extent, but also try to infuse like your own authenticity behind it. And it's just it's a mix of trying to figure that out and not lose sight of who you are as a person.
And this message was presented by John Cena. Great.
Hey, that man lost sight of who he is.
Hey, listen, in life, you gotta take what's yours, and people don't want to respect you, buddy. Also, loyal to disrespect is coming.
Frick them kids.
How do you feel about Cena's turn?
Dude, I was stunned. I literally, I think I remember in my stream, I literally like jumped on my chair and just jaw on the floor. Never considered it.
I thought my reaction was really good, but I was excited for it, so I'm like, they're never gonna post me because I was jumping up and down. I'm like, yo, he turned. Like that was the last thing that crossed my mind, and then I see him look, and I'm like,
it crossed my mind and like, it would be like that's a possibility, but then you're like, oh, it's John Cena, like they're never gonna do that. I predicted Cody Rhodes was gonna sell out before the show, and I'm really excited that they went down this route instead. I think it's the in terms of global outreach that WWE could do, it was the best option they could have pulled. There's people talking about wrestling that have never watched wrestling in their life because of this, and I think that was the right call. It was a risky call, but I think it was the right one.
People in my college class, some girl came up to me. She's like, "You like wrestling, right?" I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "So tell me about this John Cena thing." I'm like,
Yeah.
She's like,
dude.
my brother likes it, and I don't know about. I was like, damn,
Yeah.
people are asking me about this shit now. Like, that's crazy.
Man, it's cool again. And it's
It
super
is
cool to see,
fun to be a
especially-
wrestling fan. This isn't fifth grade where you have to go to school. Now you can just see people every day. It's like, hey,
Yeah.
John Cena.
I don't know if I've gotten to the point where I'm gonna wear a Yeet shirt out in public, but
What? Dude, that's my whole, that's literally what I wear every day out in public, besides I go to my job. And people love my, they're like, yo, you got these great t-shirts. I'm like, listen, I don't care.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Listen, I will wear Cora Jade t-shirts every day of the week. I don't care if
As you should, my friend. As you should.
I will. I don't care. I love Cora Jade. Thank God she did not get hurt last night. I would have spazzed. Was spazzed on some people last night.
Worried about her. Too bad we didn't get to see what actually happened because of stupid commercial breaks.
Apparently, she got rocked, which I think we kind of would have saw anyway. But
yeah,
my buddy told me it was picture in picture. So hey, listen, Cora Jade's
it was picture in picture. And so we were just sitting there like, what's happening?
Yeah, she is the next top star to rise. I have her autograph somewhere over there. I think it's on the figure. So and I have a picture. So I'll put that on the screen somewhere. Have you met your wrestlers? Or not yet?
I haven't like gone up and like paid for a picture with someone like at an event.
Gotcha.
It costs a lot of money to go to shows nowadays. I don't want to spend $60 to meet the Miz. As much as I love the Miz, I'm a big Miz fan. The only person right now I think I would spend $60 to meet is Dominic, just because I love Dominic Mysterio, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I met actually last week at NXT where the Hardy Boys had their match. I was there. We were I was really early, got in line. I was like the second person in line. The people across from me knew Vic Joseph. And so we were just randomly talking about him, and we just see him walk by through the glass, and we're like, huh, that's funny. And so we came outside.
I saw that picture you posted.
Yeah. So Vic Joseph, I've met. I have a picture with Cody Rhodes. He signed my arm last February, and I got it tattooed.
That's his dude. That's sick. Yeah. I never knew that about you.
Yeah, he signed my arm last February, and I got it tattooed. So
I always want to do it where I get a whole bunch of autographs on my arm and just do it like a full arm sleeve of it.
Dude, it'd be cool. Yeah, he was so nice. Genuinely, he was like, dude, if the signature looks bad, let me know. I'll redo it. He's
one of those guys where he's one of the greatest humans. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't love him I don't hate him on TV, but I don't love him. But as a dude, a human being, probably one of the coolest dudes.
I've dapped up Johnny Gargano on an entrance and have a picture with Bianca Belair, but I wouldn't say that constitutes as meeting them.
For the context, I would say.
They're making their entrance onto the ring, and I would say Vic Joseph is probably the main one.
That's pretty cool. I've only met a handful so far. I met Bailey last year. I will tell anyone and everyone in the world that she's like my hero. So that was like the holy grail. And I was cool. Yes, that's cool. Because Fanatics Fest in New York City, the best city in the world. I live there, so you know I don't live in the city, but I live in New York. So obviously,
I did meet Jerry Lawler actually at WrestleCon last early for Royal Rumble.
See, that's cool. I'm not gonna lie to you. I hate that guy, but that's cool.
That's fair. But you're surrounded with so many wrestlers there. I just didn't want to. They charged individually to take pictures or autographs, and there's 60 of them.
Yeah,
and I was like, I can't. But I talked to Lex Luger, talked to Jerry Lawler for a second. Jerry Lawler was not having it. He's like, if you could tell if he was like, if you're not paying, get out of here.
Yeah, no, I don't like that guy. I think he's a dick. But that's again. That might not just be me. I'm not gonna lie. It definitely isn't just me.
Yeah, but my dad grew up on Memphis wrestling, so Jerry Lawler was like his guy when he was a kid.
Memphis wrestling. I haven't heard that once since I watched that Jerry Lawler documentary. I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah. But yeah, I've only met a handful. Like I said, I met Bailey. I met Cora twice at WrestleMania. I damn sure was gonna wait in my line for an hour. I don't care. I met Luke Gallows in the same line and Alba Fire. Yes, that was pretty much it. I wanted to meet Carmelo, but we were fucking late. I'm pissed about that shit. I have like almost every Carmelo shirt. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a plaque over there that has Carmelo winning the SmackDown Women's Championship.
Hell yeah!
But besides that, I haven't met Fanatics Fest has come back to New York City though, and I damn sure I'm going because I'm from New York. So if I don't go, then it's like a shame.
No, do it.
SummerSlam's coming to MetLife in Jersey, so I'm hitting that up. Listen, SummerSlam 2025. I'll be graduating from college. I'm going full in with my content at that point. So SummerSlam, I'm going big for. But
if WrestleMania is not too expensive next year, I'm gonna go. My family lives like 3 hours from New Orleans, so if I'm able to go, I'll go.
That'd be pretty cool. I went to Mania last year. I've been to 2. I went to New York in 2013, and I went last year because I'm like, it's too close. If I don't go, I'm gonna like beat myself up over this.
That's fair.
It was magical. Listen, Gasoline will never escape my brain ever. I walked into Philly hating that song. I walked out it being like one of the one song that every time you remember it, boom, you just remember the memories.
That's awesome.
All right, hold on. We have a whole notepad here of different things to ask you. How many events you've been to, like relatively speaking?
Oh gosh. I would probably say I don't have a specific number. I would probably say in the 20-ish range.
That's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Top 3?
Top 3 Royal Rumble by far is number 1. Not even close.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to say the ones I went to in like 2017 and 2018 just because it was so long ago. I don't really remember most of them other than the promo where John Cena and Roman Reigns had their first feud and Roman forgot his line and Cena cooked him. I was at that show.
Dude, that's historic.
That was a good one. I would honestly say the NXT show I went to last week was probably one of my favorite shows I've been to. I had so much fun at an NXT show. I
saw you screaming at the top of your lungs to a point where it's like, I'm not gonna lie to you. I was questioning. I'm like, is this guy really having fun, or is he just screaming to scream? But
I will say, I am taking credit for the Tony fumbled chance. I'm taking credit for that. I was the first person that yelled it. I was the first person that yelled it. I'm taking credit for that.
Hey, listen, at one point in your life, you gotta get those chances at some point.
Oh, exactly.
Dude, that wrestling events, at least the last couple I've been to, it's for me, it's clicked in my mind like, hey, I paid to be here. I will be as loud and rowdy as I want to. Not like an ass, but like
bro.
I will go crazy. We were talking about wrestling events, and I'm not gonna lie to you. I've spent way too much money. Well, my mom spent way too much money on me. I spent a handful in recent years, but I don't know what it is. I mean, like, it's being there, it's being around different people. It's just like, holy shit, it's in my face. Like I'm actually 100%. Seeing them in the ring doing this, and it's like, whoa. I love getting pictures at wrestling shows too, like taking good pictures. I have this one of Cody. It's like one of the favorite pictures of me. Let me see if I can find it. It's in my favorites. But like, again, like you all the spotlights going crazy, and it's like getting all these. I record everything I go to. I mean, I always live in the moment. I don't, because some of my videos they'll be like, but like for the most part, I try to get a good angle, a good view of it, and I just try to have as much fun as I can. Because
I will say the worst. I will say the worst wrestling show I've ever been to was I went to the SmackDown Draft episode last year.
Oh God, you knew you signed up for that one.
It was. I didn't know they'd all go to the same brand, bruh. They said, and to Friday Night SmackDown, Nia Jax, and to Friday Night SmackDown, Randy Orton. I'm like, they ain't moving nowhere, bruh. That was the worst show I've ever been to. I think.
Well, yeah, hold on. I don't know if it'll show, but hold up. Well, this.
Oh, that's fire! That's
right?
Fire.
Come on, cool. It's so fun getting pictures and videos at wrestling events. And then
if you've never been to,
you never know.
If like you're watching,
sorry.
If you're watching and have never been to a wrestling show, go to a house show.
Yeah, exactly. But they're not doing them anymore.
Go to a house show.
They're barely doing them.
Yeah, they aren't doing them as much as they used to, which isn't a horrible thing.
They better come back for the summer though. I don't care. I will.
Yeah,
be,
they do
I
a
will
lot
be a selfish
of
man.
Road to Mania ones. But go to a house show if you're going to go to a wrestling show. If you want the full authentic experience where you can have fun, even though it's not on TV, you get they're there to entertain you and not put on a TV program.
Exactly, and it's always fun. Like you'll never see who's a good heel at the top. Drew McIntyre yeeting at a show. You'll never see that, but on a house show, he'll yeet every time.
Punk running out in a bath towel, bro.
Dude, that shit was so funny.
Jokes.
Yeah, I've been to I was at the MSG show when he first wrestled when he came back to WWE. I was so hyped. I was like, cool. Yes, it's Punk. He faced Dom. That was really funny.
I went to the first Raw he was on when he came back.
Dude, that's sweet, man. That is sweet.
Cool. And
I was at the NXT when he first came back and was making the rounds. I was at that NXT show and I saw him post. I was like, yo, Mom, I'm not saying he's gonna be here, but he might be here. Dude, when he got there, dude, I was screaming at the top of my lungs. I'm like, God, fucking
as you should.
Dude, CM Punk is awesome, man. That was my prime WWE years, man. Before now, like
Punk's fire. Punk's fire.
Listen, that there's no when I watched wrestling my entire life, he was the best guy in the world. Like, people, the kids today watching, a lot of them might be fans. They don't know prime CM Punk, man. Like, he still got it.
I didn't get to watch prime CM Punk. I watched.
Have you seen CM Punk versus John Cena?
Oh, 100%.
In Money in the Bank, you've seen prime CM Punk. That's all you need. That is one of the greatest matches of all time. You watch it back every single time, it feels like a movie.
100%.
So again, we can follow up on that. What's some matches you like to watch back? You know, even if you watch it like 10, 15 times, and it still has that same magic for you.
I'll be completely honest. It's always been something I've struggled with, is going back and watching matches, because it will, and it sucks because there's all these people that'll be like, oh, wrestling isn't as good now as it was back in the day. Some of it's nostalgia tripping, but like, for example, I watched WrestleMania 17 recently because that's what everyone considers one of the best shows ever, and I watch it, and it's a good show. Like, I enjoy it, especially I think the hardcore triple threat match on that show really stands out.
That Kane and Big Show, Raven, and
something like that.
That when they almost brought the power out. Love that match, dude. Yeah. Love that shit.
But I struggle with watching back matches because there's something special about watching them live.
I think the fact is, like, you can't fast forward. Like, it's just like it's happening. Like, it doesn't. Yeah. When you're watching something back, it's like, damn, I can just skip this and go to something else.
Well, and you're not in the moment. You're not experiencing it for the first time with millions of other people. You don't know what's gonna happen. Like, for example, like, you know, at the end, like, if I go and watch WrestleMania 17, I know the Stone Cold's gonna turn heel at the end of the night. Even if I've never seen it before, there's something different about watching it live. And so it's a struggle to watch things back. I think one match that I watched back recently that was one of my first favorite matches is AJ Styles versus John Cena at SummerSlam 2016.
Oh, that's a good one.
I watched that back really recently. I prefer that over the Royal Rumble match.
Ooh. We're going to get into a debate. I think the other way around, but they're both great matches.
100%. Yeah, I could watch Dean Ambrose's Money in the Bank cash in about 100 times, and I would never get tired of it. That was the first big wrestling moment I watched live. Other than that, it really is I can watch moments back better than I can matches. I don't know. It's just something. I don't know. I know people are different, but that's just something I've never really been able to get into, is watching matches back. I've been able to watch a lot of, like, the OG WrestleManias, because, like, obviously I know who wins Hulk Hogan versus Andre the Giant at WrestleMania 3, but I don't know who wins every other match on that card. And so those are fun. But, like, you're not going to catch me going back and watching John Cena versus Randy Orton in 2009 or whatever. I just can't be bothered.
That's fair. That's very fair. I mean, listen, there's certain matches, again, any of those John Cena AJ matches, I could watch that any day of the week. CM Punk and John Cena, I will watch that every day of my life.
Yeah,
those two are wrestling soulmates. Those are some of the greatest matches you will ever see. There's a wrestling fan out there. You watch John Cena and CM Punk, and you will understand why wrestling is so cool.
Yeah, 100%.
What do we? Oh, wow, we're speeding through some of these. What got you into streaming? Because I know you haven't. I don't know if you've always streamed. I know you for at least a little bit. What makes it so fun for you?
I don't really know how I'm going to talk about this. I've been doing on and off content since I was a senior in high school. I had a different account that I made in high school that had like 40K or something. I quit doing that just because it wasn't what I wanted to do, and started the wrestling channel a few years later. I did daily streaming on TikTok from 2023 pretty much until the TikTok ban, the like 24-hour TikTok ban.
Daily?
Almost every day, yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. Talking about wrestling, hanging out with people, and it just, it got to where I loved so many people I met. I got a really great opportunity with a live agency, and let me meet a bunch of cool people. Got to go on fun trips and meet some cool people, but it really wasn't where I wanted to be. I've never been hesitant to like talk about it, just because I think, I don't know, people are weird about it. Like I made a pretty penny doing it.
Mhm.
And you know, sacrificing that income that I was making to do something that I feel like is more respectable, not only respectable, but um, more where I want to be long term.
Rewarding, I would say, because I think with streams, it's more
Yeah,
of in the
it's
moment, and like long form content,
yeah,
it's like it's
like
always there. It'll always come back to you.
don't get me wrong, there's not much that can beat that galaxy dopamine hit on TikTok,
I don't
but
know about that, but that sound, dude. I've seen it, and yeah.
um, you know, some really cool moments with some awesome people throughout the last year of whether it's specific like huge gifts that people sent, which I'm
Mhm.
super grateful for, or just super big moments that we all experienced together.
Yeah.
But you know, it's not a necessarily a respectable thing that I want to do long term because there is the TikTok battle stigma that
I
exists.
hate that, bro. I
Yeah.
hate, and listen, I respect people who do them.
No,
You
and
get
I
your
don't
views
blame
in.
you. I did it for a year and
Mhm.
I hated it the entire time I did it. I won't lie.
And it's listen, you
Um,
could be talking about the most interesting thing in the world. It just screams
yeah,
corny to me. It screams corny.
yeah. No, I agree, and that's why like as much as I enjoyed all the people I met um and the money that came with it. Like it wasn't where I wanted to be, especially with wrestling content
Mhm.
as I was like
It's gotta be
growing the
taxing on the
channel.
like the mental, right? Like every day trying to just go live and being in the moment and not even having like an
Um,
off
it
switch.
wasn't it wasn't bad. I mean, realistically, what people are working 40 hours a week. I was doing probably 25 hours a week streaming. Like I knew I was blessed. Like I knew I was
Well,
doing
again, nobody's saying it's easy or like
yeah,
difficult to like
yeah.
the hardest
I
in the
mean,
world,
there's
but like,
definitely difficult parts with it because there were some days where I just didn't want to do it. But like I've worked plenty of jobs that like some days I woke up and didn't want to go, but that's just
mhm,
not how it works. Like you've got to do it. And I I don't know. It was easy. Easier than I probably should have been getting by.
yeah,
And
well,
I
that's
think
good though.
I'm grounded in reality enough to realize that I was skating across through life and making more than I probably should because of the effort I was putting in. But again, super grateful for all the people that just always came together and had a good time with me. That we all did it and we were all wrestling fans, so it was a good time. But I'm glad now that I'm to a point where I can grow a community and kind of take a step back monetarily from wrestling content.
Mhm.
And I mean, I'm making money from long form content or whatever, but that's not what's important. I'm getting to do something that I think is more fulfilling and that people are going to enjoy longer term. It's not
Mhm.
the corny stigma, as you said. And I don't know. It's weird to talk about just
Yeah,
because I know
and it's no
it does
disrespect. I
make
mean,
the
you
stigma.
put the work in, and it's not something that's like a
Oh,
joke.
100%. And I'm super grateful for the people that did give me that opportunity. I'm not gonna name drop, but
Yeah,
people did give me a really good opportunity, and I'm glad I was able to take advantage of it when I was. But also, it was risky, and I'm excited for the future to hopefully keep growing.
yeah, man. Your growth has been crazy lately. Like Instagram one's been like mind
Yeah,
boggling.
dude, I was literally I think I had not posted on Instagram at all. I had the account, but I just
Yeah,
wasn't
I was
using it.
looking. You literally post like maybe once a month, if that.
Yeah, I had like 100 followers before Royal Rumble, and I think I hit 6K last night, which
You,
is crazy.
I damn, you've had 6,000
Yeah,
in like less than a.
yeah, it's been crazy.
Bravo,
Super blessed.
buddy. You are killing this
Thank
game,
you, man.
man.
Dude. I'm blessed. I'm blessed. Super blessed.
Hey, listen, when you put
You
hard
know, it's
work in,
weird.
it's not blessed. That's earned right there. Like Triple
I
H said,
appreciate that.
earned, not given, earned.
I appreciate it, man.
Of course, man. You're killing it, killing it. You love to see other people succeeding out there, and not just something that it's just like, hey, anyone can do it. It's like, hey, you're doing it.
Yeah,
You putting the hard
yeah.
work in, putting in the hours, and it's not easy. Like again, with me, it's like my only biggest problem about content creation is it's just for me. I hate editing. I hate it. I'm hoping that
That's
I can just
why.
build myself up and work hard
Yeah.
enough to where I get big enough to where I can hire someone to do it. Because
Amen.
then
Amen. Because that's the only reason why I don't do YouTube content every single day is because I just hate sitting and editing.
it's so annoying, but it's rewarding too. Because like when you make a good video, it's
100%.
like,
Yeah.
ooh,
100%.
yes. But then it's like, damn, next video, here we go again.
Yeah.
Same
Yeah.
thing, different day. Because I always tell
Yeah.
myself, if I ever get an editor, well, hopefully one day, dude, my content will go crazy. Because
100%. Yeah.
if that is not on me, I will make anything.
Oh yeah, I'll go all day, bro. All day if I don't have to edit it.
So I know you have a YouTube. You post a couple videos. Do you
Yeah.
plan on posting
Yeah.
like more long term videos like that in the near future, or is that
I want to. I cross post all of my TikTok content usually to YouTube Shorts, and so I've had like a pretty slow but consistent growth on YouTube from that. I want to. I will be honest. It's sort of a mental block for me of feeling like I've been doing short form content for so long that I'm like not good enough to do it or whatever. And
not good enough?
I know. I don't know. I don't know.
I don't mean to cut you off, but not good enough, buddy. What, you can't be saying that shit when you've been working this hard. Come on now.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I am super proud of the 2 videos that I put out before. I think I did Saturday. I think the first video I did was Saturday Night Main Event predictions. Just because I was like, this is easy. This is an easy thing for me to get the hang of editing long form content because I've never done it before. I think it came out really well. It was a lot more entertaining than a predictions video should be. And then I did a reaction. I did like a reacting to John Cena's like best Royal Rumble moments or something. And WWE was a pain in the ass on it. I won't even lie. They copyrighted like 6 parts of the video.
Oh
like,
God, yeah, no, you don't touch but don't touch. That's really for Instagram.
So much. Yeah, and I figured out what the problems were, and I need to do it again. But I just hate spending an hour editing a 10-minute video.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely. I mean, listen, I'm not gonna lie to you. I would spend a good hour a day editing down those reactions because I would be recording the whole thing. That's why I could never. I don't know how people do the live while I'm streaming, editing and cutting and posting.
Dude, I ain't gonna lie. Shout out Minnie Portable for that because she gave me the plug. I won't even lie.
I have no idea how to do all that.
Hit me up and was like, I asked her. I was like, hey, like, how do you do this?
Because I know how to like get down. I can edit it, but it's like, bro, I gotta sit here. I'm like, oh my God, this is
yeah. No, she was the GOAT for helping me with that.
There's a lot. So who are some of the creators in the space who like you've like been able to reach out to and like, you know, get advice from, or even just, you know, talk to?
I don't really know of, in terms of like, I was in a Santi YouTube video once for like a video I posted, but I think in terms of who I watch the most, I probably watch Santi's YouTube videos the most. But I don't know if you know who Wyatt Fan is.
I've heard of him. I've seen this guy before. I remember he
I had to say who I talked to the most that I met that's a TikTok creator. That's probably who I talked to the most. Just G and Courtney. I've done a few podcast episodes with them. They're super awesome. I love them. They're super awesome. I've done some live streams with Renee. She's awesome. But Nate, aka Fate J Uso, super awesome. Love that guy. That guy.
Okay, now I was wondering. I know I've seen that guy on Twitter. He looks just like him, but it's that. So I'm like,
I love that man so much. Him and Minnie I met at Royal Rumble and they were super sweet. I did a video with Minnie and it was fun. I love doing that. I don't know. I need to do it more. Me and LA Night Girl talk a little bit, but nothing too crazy. I want to get more plugged into the space, you know.
That's exactly what I'm feeling, man. Like I'm trying to put together this big WrestleMania thing on my channel and try to get a bunch of creators. And like, I'm not gonna lie to you, school's been kicking my ass. So this week I plan legit. I'm trying to reach out. I'm gonna reach out to like 100+ creators because I want to get as many people as I can. Hey, you're the first one to really get the scoop on this one. But like, I'm basically for WrestleMania. I mean, I know it's my own thing, but you know, anyway. For WrestleMania, I'm putting together I call it the Aidan Achong WrestleMania extravaganza, super fancy.
Yeah.
Vince McMahon like fucking wording, I know. But basically, I want to get as many different creators as I can, whether it's collabs, whether it's on a live stream, because basically I'm streaming for WrestleMania. Yeah. I'm going full out. I'm gonna get I want to get guests in there, I want to get people in there, I want to get the vibes pop. I want people because I'm not going to Vegas. I know a bunch of big creators are. I'm not, buddy. So I will be right here.
I'll tell you what, I ain't gonna be in Vegas. That's way too expensive.
So you're the first one who's invited to anything, whether it's the collab, whether it's on the live streams. We gotta definitely cook something up for that.
I'd be down. Keep me updated.
I will, of course, man. Because like I want to be able to collab with all these different creators because there's so many in the space. You go scroll through TikTok and it's like, damn, I'm seeing all these different people, and it's like, yo, I gotta get my connections up, man.
Yeah, 100%. I would say the person I talk to the most is probably Wyatt.
That's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I've talked. No, okay, I can't even say I talked to many creators. Talked to a decent bit. I'm friends with Bree, so like that's the one I definitely talk to most.
I'm pretty hesitant before I call someone like another creator a friend, because I know that's a term people throw around a lot, because it's a lot of this person has influence, I have influence. We're friends now, even though you never have real conversation about who you are as people. And so I'm very hesitant to like call people like on social media friends.
That's very fair.
You don't know them as people, you know, like you don't know their family, you don't know their story, you just follow each other.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like Bree's like probably the one person online I've actually like met and like actually talked to a lot. We are in like a group chat, so like we do talk a bunch with like wrestling and shit. So, but I like Wheezy followed me like a couple weeks ago. I think she saw my Bray thing. I was not gonna lie to you. Nice. I was in bed like 2 a.m. I was geeking out to that. I love Wheezy, dude. So I was like, yo. Me?
I'm waiting. I have to call out Wheezy for something. I'm gonna wait till me and her.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. There's one guy I've called out. Jake TV. Have you heard of him?
Loosely, yeah.
He looks like Bronson Reed, and my buddies love to call me Bronson Reed. So I'm like, buddy, Bronson Reed off. Where are we at? And this guy, he has answered. I'm like, yo.
Yeah. But it's fun. I've enjoyed meeting different people from around the world. But
have you had a fan walk up to you at any events yet?
Every WWE I've been to for the past like year and a half, probably. Yeah.
That's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
It's weird. I don't mind when people come up to me. I love it. It's super sweet. Especially, I don't think I've had a bad experience yet. What I hate is when I hear people say like, I think I like follow him or something as I'm like walking by, because then I feel like I'm being like watched or something.
That's creepy, right? I've never had it yet.
I don't like that. I don't like that.
I'm not ready for that. Like whenever it happens, I'm gonna have to be prepared. But like, yo, I've seen that guy before. Like that's not like that's just
like
crazy.
I remember I was walking outside of the Superstore at Royal Rumble, and I think this girl was like, "Oh my gosh, I think I follow him on TikTok." And I was with my dad, and I was like, "This is weird. I don't like it." But like at the Royal Rumble, I had probably 5 or 6 people come up to me and say that either they liked my content or asked for pictures, and it's the coolest thing ever.
That's pretty damn cool, man. That's special. Those bonds you build early on, man, you'll never forget.
Yeah, 100%, man. I will say there's one kid that I met a few months ago. Not a few months ago. It's been a while, and it was the draft episode. It was in Cincinnati. Super sweet kid, has been following me for a long time. I was at the NXT last week in Cincinnati. I was filming a video like after the show. I was walking back to my car, like filming like thoughts on NXT video for being there for the first time. And he runs up behind me and asked for a picture as I'm walking away from the arena filming a video, and it scared the crap out of me.
I would imagine, bro. When you're recording, you're not thinking about nobody. It's like
100%, man. I haven't had a bad experience though. I haven't had a bad experience yet. I know what people have. And I'm super grateful that all the people that have said hey to me have been sweet and stuff. But I don't know. I don't like to I don't want to be at a wrestling show and walk around with my like shoulders held high, like, oh yeah, like recognize me. I'm cooler than you guys.
We're gonna be like, acknowledge me.
I'm scared for the day where someone like talks to me while I'm like in the bathroom or something.
Oh, like, dude, listen, if somebody does some shit like that to me ever in my life, I'll be like, hey, buddy. Johnson's out. You can walk. You can let me get out of here, and we'll handle. You take a picture after I wash my hands.
Dude, the day I'm using a urinal and a dude comes up next to me and be like, I think I'll follow you on TikTok, because the day I'm deleting my channel, bro. I can't even lie.
He'll probably say something. You'd be like,
crazy. That's crazy.
Listen, wrestling fans, the one thing I will say, I think this has something to do with hygiene. They smell, bro.
It's awful. Every show I go to, man. Every show.
Dude, literally, that's the one thing that anyone I've ever asked, they say the same thing over and over again.
Bro, SmackDown before Royal Rumble, man. We were sitting next to me and my dad went. We were sitting next to this family, and it was a kid, bro, like a 8-year-old.
Oh,
It was. I felt like I thought I should call like Child Protective Services or something.
I
It
would
was
feel
awful.
I would feel so horrible if a kid smelled, man.
And it was. I don't know. Like I think some people like just especially growing up in the South and stuff. I think some people are just like genetically like stinky, and that sucks. But oh my gosh, it's not that difficult to buy freaking Old Spice at
It's
Dollar
not.
General before you go to a wrestling
Listen, I'm a
show.
man. I'm a man who has a lot of different backgrounds, and a lot of that comes with a lot of different unique smells. So you gotta cover everything. But I know a thing or two about that. But
Yeah,
again,
you gotta
some
do what
people
you gotta
don't.
do.
They just go out and it's like,
Yeah.
okay, what's your favorite fan reaction? Before you answer this question, I need to tell you a story. I'm at the WWE house show, and
Yeah.
we're sitting down chilling out before the show. This guy has a beer in each hand, clearly way too drunk before the show starts. The next thing I know, I see him walking to try to get to his seat. He pulls a Jeff Hardy, completely flips over the chair. Like, I swear to God, the whole show, nobody flipped like this. This man go, whoa. And next thing you know, and then he goes to his buddy, like, I fell. Dude, the funniest thing. So, like, again, what's the best thing you've seen in person being at a show?
From not wrestlers, from
Yes,
fans?
yes.
Okay, I think I've got an answer. It's not necessarily a good thing, but it is a funny thing.
Okay,
Part of it's funny.
I'm interested.
So the house show that I met Cody Rhodes at, I think it was last February in Corbin, Kentucky. I was on the floor. It was the first time I splurged on like nice tickets. I was like, my streams have been doing well. Like, I went by myself and I was like, let's just go have a good time. About like 6 rows in front of me, I was right next to I was the second seat away from the barricade. And so there probably 8 or 10 rows in front of me, this dude is screaming at this woman in front of him, like the row in front of him, like calling her some foul names that should never be said to a lady.
Ooh.
And so we're like, there's the other dudes in the rows behind him, like telling him to like
Knock it off.
expletives to like leave her alone. He's screaming and so I'm sure he's drunk or whatever. So we call security. Me and some other dudes call security over. They escort him out, and next thing we know, he is throwing hands with a security guard. There's blood on the floor.
Please tell me you have some video of this somewhere.
I don't. I didn't film it.
Damn.
There's blood on the floor. Like
blood on the floor.
Yeah, like the dude like rocked the security guard.
If someone was at this SmackDown show, Corbin, Kentucky, please reply to this with the footage. This is going on TikTok. I need you to let me know. I need to see this.
I don't know if he got arrested or not, but
of course he did.
There was he was. I don't know how many people were like involved or how many security guards, but there were some punches thrown. It was
bro went to WWE, thought he was the show.
But you get arrested if you talk negatively, profanely about women, and then try to beat up security guards. That's
you F around, you find out.
My reaction was like, golly, wrestling fans are already seen so poorly in public eye. Like, why are you doing this? You're making us look awful.
I think the thing is, when you see wrestling fans in public, they're awesome. When you see them at a wrestling show, it goes from down the damn drain,
and then you see him on Twitter, and you no longer want to.
Hey, this is why you don't. You go on Twitter for the engagement, and that's it. You don't reply.
I don't know if I can do Twitter anymore.
Listen, what happened when Bree had her whole thing, and this is when I first, we got into the group channel line. I learned quickly, buddy, don't get myself heated in there. Do not do it. It's a bad idea. Because listen, some people, if someone's gonna talk some shit, they'll take it easy. They'll be like, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not one of those guys. I'm gonna be completely honest. I will talk. If you're gonna come at me, buddy, get ready, because I will go balls to the walls, and I will never shut up until I'm the last one talking. So
honestly, especially since I've been doing the longer content, I've been getting so much more hate comments, which is funny to me. Like, I think it's hilarious.
That's a great way to look at it.
The hate comments are funny. What's
your favorite one? You have one. I know you do.
Ooh, I don't know. I don't know if I've like ranked them.
Well, there's one that comes to mind when I say the top one that made you laugh.
I don't know. I haven't gotten like. I want to get like appearance ones. That's the ones I want to get. I was like, that's the ones that'll make me laugh. It's mostly like, dude, like shut up. Why are you talking about this? Hate comments don't mess with me. It's when people have zero critical thinking abilities talking about wrestling or just anything in life that just rages me to no return. Like it's so annoying. They're like, why is Travis Scott there? Why is Travis Scott there? Why didn't they DQ Io Sky? Why didn't they do it?
Good job, Jim Ross. I love. Listen, you gotta make a video of impersonations. They're too good. They're too funny.
Why did Jey Uso win the Royal Rumble? It's the worst thing I've ever seen.
Yo, did you see that guy recalling John Cena's heel turn with the Jim Ross voice, like the other day? Please tell me that was a good video.
I did.
Because my comments personally, the ones I get. Okay, when I went live for the Super Bowl, my live went crazy. I got like 50,000 views. It was at least like 1,000.
I think I saw that,
dude. It was popping, but like I was eating during it because it's a Super Bowl. Who doesn't eat?
Yeah.
People would call me out. I was like, dang. They're like, bro's got a big back during the bowl. Come on, man. Bro can't stop eating.
No,
he ate that too quick. I'm like, come on, stop it.
Yeah, I don't think I've gotten anything like too like personal or whatever. It's just people just like being like, shut up or whatever, stop talking about like you don't know what you're talking about or whatever.
I'm not gonna lie to you. The first time I ever saw you, I don't know why. I just pictured Squilliam from SpongeBob. Don't know why. It's not a bad thing. It was like it fit right.
I'm not afraid to touch on controversial subjects when it comes to the world of wrestling because that's what gets clicks. So any video that references Hulk Hogan or Logan Paul usually gets the fair amount of hate comments.
Listen,
and I'm okay with it.
It works though. Listen, I will never judge. I made a video about Hulk Hogan. I stitched your video about Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
Shit, it was pop. People in the comments are like, love Hulk Hogan. I'm like, okay. Fill my engagement. Get me more views.
If you don't have the brain power to separate Hulk Hogan's influence in the industry to his bad decisions as a person, like I can't help you.
Exactly.
People will look at a video of me being like, I don't like Hulk Hogan as a person, but I have to put him in my Mount Rushmore because of the impacts he's had on the business. And people are like, of course, you're white and love Hulk Hogan. You're racist. I'm like, dude, chill out, bro. I'm like, I don't like Hulk Hogan. He's like, you can't deny like the impact he's had on the business as much.
Oh, I will. I have no shame, buddy. Listen,
no, people are allowed to have their opinion, but we can't be throwing around calling people stuff for no reason.
Oh, absolutely not. Only on the video games. Speaking of video games,
I will not be responding to that for my own brand's sake.
Speaking of video games, what video games do you enjoy? Because I see you playing on stream a lot. I know you play a lot of Fortnite. That's the one thing I definitely know.
It's different. Fortnite's probably the game I play the most, just because it's fun. I don't know, I enjoy it. My probably favorite games of all time are Counter-Strike, and I have really good memory. Any Pokemon game, I'm a big Pokemon fan. Lego Star Wars was my jam as a kid, and I have really good memories with this is a rogue one, but Mario Super Sluggers on the Wii, bro.
Okay,
Mario
it's a little out there, but I'm not. That's how
I have good memories making my sibling cry as a child, beating him with a full baseball team of Yoshis.
That's pretty good.
I would say the game I probably have the most hours in my life is probably Counter-Strike.
It's fair. I play way too many video games. I play NBA way too much. I've never been a 2K guy. Like even WWE 2K, like I just can't do it. It's just not my favorite. Are you getting a new game?
No, I bought 2K24 and I maybe played 5 hours of it.
That's right. I'm not gonna lie. I love GM mode, so that's something I always connected with and just love to play.
Yeah, that's fair. If WWE 2K wants to sponsor me and have me play the game for a YouTube video, I would absolutely be honored to. But I will not be spending $70 on it. No.
That's fair. Listen, if you're not going to get the $70 worth, you don't need to buy a game.
Yeah, 100%, 100%.
I know. Like I'm at an Xbox friend, the YouTuber who plays NBA, and I'm relatively close to his hours in NBA, and he gets paid to play the game, and I don't.
Yeah.
So I'm like, Aiden, you might want to get off the video game. We know what happens right every night. Hey, you want to get on? Yeah.
Yeah.
I love streaming the game. It's so fun because then last week someone joined. He was so bad. He was horrible, abysmally awful. And then my buddy got the mic. He was sick of it. He goes on a rant. He's like, "Yo, you better block this guy. He is terrible." Because the guy got on the mic, started talking shit, and I'm like, "Bro, we're on live.
Yeah.
Like you're talking this, and then your buns."
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Exactly.
All right, next. Ooh. For those who don't know, I know maybe an ounce of what your real life job is. I think you do something with like retro fashion. Am I in the right?
Yeah, I run a vintage clothing business. I do pop-up shops and markets around the like Lexington, Kentucky area. Mm-hmm. Some Louisville, Cincinnati stuff. I've gone to like Columbus, Ohio, Nashville. But I love doing that. It's a lot of fun. I'm super proud of what I've gotten to do, and I don't owe anybody money for anything. I think that's a big thing in a lot of businesses is people will start something and put a ton of capital up front and owe people a lot of money. And I'm super blessed to have a storage unit full of clothes that I don't owe anybody money on. So if I ever want to,
where can people find this at? We got to shout you out.
At JMC VTG on Instagram. I do mostly in-person stuff, but I do have a like Depop store and stuff, but it's mostly
I saw when you posted the other day. I checked it out. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I missed my SmackDown stream last week because I was doing a pop-up shop on Friday, and I've got another one this weekend that I'm excited for. It's a lot of fun.
Listen, you know, sometimes that other stuff has to come first. You gotta make a healthy balance.
Yeah. I'm working in my storage unit, or I'm working in my room doing video stuff, and it's nice to get outside and talk to people and sell stuff in person. And I have one of my friends that comes down and helps me with it just because sometimes there's some days where I just can't. I hate doing everything I do by myself. Mm-hmm. And so any opportunity I get to have collaborations with stuff, I always take it, especially even with music as well. Like getting to work with a really awesome producer locally, it's just an opportunity for me to do something collaboratively, and I love it because everything else I do is by myself.
Yeah, I enjoy the stuff by myself because you don't have to depend on anyone. I think that's the most important thing when it comes to individual work. But then it's like, damn, it's not as fun because when I started this podcast, it was by myself, and I'm just like, damn, this is boring. I can't sit here and just spew for 45 minutes about nonsense, and it's like,
no, I feel that.
That's why now we're at a point where this is a guest podcast. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it's fun, it's exciting. We get to know great people like yourself as well. Yeah. And I think it's pretty interesting. It's a really cool interest you have.
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm trying to think of more questions, man. We're speeding through some of these. A little too quick, a little too much. What's your other hobbies outside of wrestling and your music?
Outside of wrestling, probably the longest standing ones. I've been a big Pokemon fan my whole life, whether it's the cards or the video games and stuff. I got my base set Charizard right here.
Nice.
On deck.
You're following after Logan Paul, huh?
I've been a big Star Wars fan my whole life. Oh gosh, what else do I do? I try to like go crazy with everything I do, but because wrestling and music are probably the two big things right now. I've been a big NASCAR fan my whole life. I was at Atlanta Motor Speedway not this past weekend, but weekend before for the race. I usually go to a few every year with some friends. It's always a good time. And I'm a big foodie. It's probably the monetizable.
All right, here we go. Speed race. Top 3 favorite foods.
Sushi. Oh gosh, I don't even know. Sushi is my number one, and it's not even close. Nothing can take that away from me. I just like, I think I understand that some people have like food aversions and stuff and struggle to like get out of their comfort zone with food, but I'm all about getting out of my comfort zone. And if it's not completely disgusting, like I'm going to try it. And usually I'm probably
That's fair. Like I'm the very opposite, but I respect it. I can very much respect it.
There was this place I went to in Florida that had, it was figs with serrano ham around it, goat cheese, and honey, and they were incredible. That's probably one of the.
See, like again, I respect you. I would never eat that. I'm a chicken finger and fry guy, but
yeah, I love me some. I'm a big. I'm a big dom guy. Like I love my tendies.
Listen, I see the hair. It's a little.
When I have the opportunity. Yeah, we're working on it. We're working on it.
You gotta grow that mullet, man. Get that whole shake back here.
But when I have the opportunity to do something fun, especially when it's funded for me, like I'm gonna take the opportunity to diversify my palate and
funded for you. What do you mean by that?
Whenever my dad's in town and dinner.
Hey, that's a good answer, man. It's a good answer. If it ain't your pocket, empty it out.
Hey, amen.
All right, I just still have a new one. This might be on TikTok. This might be on TikTok. This probably be on both. Right. But anyway, top 3 inspirations. First thing comes to your mind.
Ooh,
could be content, could be music, could be both.
Music, I will go ahead and say Justin Bieber is my biggest inspiration for music.
I respect it. Is
definitely the biggest inspiration for my music. Content wise, it's always been something growing up that I wanted to do since like the old like Minecraft YouTube days of watching people do like Minecraft videos and stuff and be like, oh, this would be super cool. The Sidemen are probably if you know who that YouTube group is in the UK, is a big group for how I try to do like, I always, even if it's like talking about John Cena's heel turn or the possibilities of what could come after. Like I always want to try to influence a little bit of laughter and fun into it, instead of just being like, John Cena just turned heel. What does that mean? Like I'm like, I swear, if John Cena comes back and uses some cringy ass Def Rebel theme, like anything to add some personality and stuff to it, I would say that's probably a big inspiration for me. I'm not really sure, to be honest, on a third one.
There a wrestling creator who like you inspires you to spice up your content, whether they it's different ideas they have or not?
I struggle to I think in content creation, copying comes natural.
Yeah,
you see someone do a good idea and you're like,
you're gonna do it.
Just do this, or I can do it and change it a little bit.
No, I'll be completely honest. I've taken a handful of your ideas. I've given you credit every time, but I've definitely taken.
I appreciate it.
I'll probably take more because they're definitely good ones.
But I try not to literally that's why I don't want to do hot takes videos on YouTube. Because everyone,
I wasn't gonna say it, and I think they're buddies, so it's one thing. But when Common and Santi have the same type of videos, it's like
I don't want to do the exact same style of videos, and so there's been YouTube videos of oh, this would be fun, but I'm like, oh, Santi literally just posted this exact same video,
and they're killing it, so I can't even say nothing. It's not like it's 100%. Just boring. It's like everyone's got their own spin.
Yeah,
everyone does Reddit videos, so I don't know if I gotta get really big to do that.
I don't know if I wanted. I don't think I'd ever do that unless I just really need easy content one day. Then I'm like, we can just do a Reddit video.
Let me tell you something. One day you'll use that.
I'm sure I will.
You'll clip it back.
But yeah, I don't know. Adding any even my the 2 YouTube videos I made, they aren't crazy or anything. It's literally just me. I recorded them on my phone. And just any funny edit or anything I can add in to spice.
Wait, you edit on your phone?
I filmed and edited both of the YouTube videos on my phone. Yeah.
Interesting. I was a phone editor for majority of the first 5 years on YouTube.
Yeah.
Now I just use the computer. It's so easy.
My PC is buns.
Oof.
I can't run any video editing software right now. I've tried, and I'll put in one clip and my computer just freezes.
that might be your next purchase, man.
It might have to be. I've been thinking about it because I would like to. It definitely speeds up the process, but like I got to have fun doing a few like fun edits.
Yeah.
That spice up the YouTube video that take it out of just the monotonous. This is who I think is going to win this match, and because this happens, and why I think this is going to happen.
May or may
like,
not be Googling monotonous. I go to college. I'm not.
Like, the same, like when your professors,
okay,
like,
I got it.
When your professors yap and they don't change their tone at all the entire hour, that's monotonous.
You want? I don't pay. I'm not gonna lie to you. I pay bad attention. I got the ADHD. I can tune it out.
I'm the same way, man. I'm the same way.
I cannot wait till I graduate because you're only like a year older than me. Right? How old are you?
Yeah, 23.
Yeah, I'm turning 22 this year. You're barely older than me. As you just finished. How does it feel like? I mean, obviously you guys ask anyone this, but for you specifically as an adult post school, is it just like free? Like you don't have to worry about stressing about another assignment ever again?
It's weird because I have like a non-traditional job ish. Is because it kind of feels like every day is summer. Kind of cool. I don't know. Like I don't have to get up at 8 a.m. and go to an office.
Yeah.
And so it's like I get to go. Like I prefer going somewhere, so that's why I'm glad I have my storage unit for my clothing stuff that I get to work out of, and it's super fun. But I don't know. It literally just feels like what it did during the summer.
That's like dude, if that's gonna be my life, hopefully in the future, I'm very excited. I need that.
But it's kind of hard to not fall into the comfortability of that and the laziness that comes with it. But I'm blessed to be done because school wasn't for me.
I agree, dude. It's my last semester. I checked out 2 weeks ago mentally, and I still have 2 months left to go.
You lasted longer than I did.
I'm trying my best. I'm trying, dude.
Syllabus week of senior year.
Dude, I hate. I never really put too much effort in. I was just good enough to get by on good grades.
Yeah,
but
I feel that.
You know, okay. So I'm interviewing a wrestling creator, and I'm the only guy who waits an hour to ask who is your top 3 favorite wrestlers and why.
I'm gonna go with right now because I hate the all-time question.
Yeah, no, I would say right now. You could include the all-timer, but yeah.
Yeah. Dominic Mysterio's number 1. I love Dom.
Respect.
Nothing makes me go crazy more than when Dominic Mysterio's on television. I'm gonna go Chad Gable.
Ooh, nice.
I adore Chad Gable.
Chatty Daddy, as they like to say.
I think I've got to go. I think I'm just going to have to default to like, I don't know. There's so many people that I just enjoy their work. Like I've really enjoyed Kevin Owens over the last year.
He's my favorite, hands down.
I love Kevin Owens. Cody Rhodes, I've loved his work. Roman Reigns, I've loved his work. Like even the ladies, Liv Morgan, I've really enjoyed her last year. Rhea's obviously incredible. I think Chelsea Green has the best character in the women's division right now. If I had to say my favorite woman right now, it'd probably be Chelsea Green.
Ooh, I didn't expect that. I was expecting Alexa Bliss from you, but
I love Alexa Bliss.
Hey, man,
but she hasn't done anything significant since she came back, so I can't put her
fair.
up there.
A lot of her stuff was
I love
when you obviously just got into it. So
if I'm gonna put a woman in my top 3, it'll be Dom, Chad Gable, and Chelsea Green.
I'm not gonna lie to you. That's kind of crazy out of context. Put a woman, Dom.
But I love so much of the roster. There's really only a handful of people that I don't enjoy on TV.
Next question. Who do you not like in WWE?
Nia Jax.
I'll air dap you up, buddy, because she ruined Bayley's championship ring. I swear to God.
You might hate me for this. I'm not a big Bayley fan. I don't dislike Bayley. I'm just not like, I don't know. She's never done it for me.
That hurts the soul, man. It hurts the soul. Don't tell me you like Charlotte. Don't tell me you like Charlotte.
Charlotte's always been the top woman. I don't think I've ever Charlotte's never been someone I've resonated with.
Thank God, because you know what? I hate when people say they love Charlotte. She's so hardworking. She's so good, dude. Tell me one moment you remember with Charlotte Flair's character work.
None.
Her whole character, her whole career is that she's Charlotte Flair.
When she slapped Ric Flair in 2016, that's about it.
And guess what happened? You slapped Daddy, and now you're famous.
Pretty much.
She's talented, but again, she needs to. You can't just get by saying, "Hey, I'm Charlotte Flair." That'd be like you saying, "Hey, I'm Vanvleet, follow me."
Like Santos Escobar, I just don't. It's just boring. I don't care. I don't really know other than that.
What's thoughts on Meechin?
She's fine. She's there. She puts on good matches, but she doesn't. I mean, she just sits there and smiles usually.
I'm tired of seeing her on my TV. I'm not gonna lie.
Apollo Crews is pretty boring. He doesn't really do anything.
Hey, don't call out Mr. Black OxyClean over there.
He doesn't do anything.
Hey.
But on the main roster specifically, there's not a ton of people that I just am not a huge fan of. Karrion Kross is slowly but steadily growing on me.
Okay, I was about to say, buddy, Karrion Kross, he is kind of fire.
For the longest time, I dreaded anytime Karrion Kross was on my TV.
I understand, but like, I think he fills that Bray Wyatt role exactly what Bray did to perfection.
Yeah, a little bit.
Because he calls everything out, calls the shots exactly when he sees it, and he thinks it's going to happen, and it happens.
Yeah, and the only other person that I can think of that just is an eye roll when they get on TV is probably Solo Sikoa. I won't lie.
So you like Jacob, right?
Oh, I love Jacob.
Oh, gas, no brakes. I love you.
I will say Jacob Fatu really does kind of say the same thing every time he cuts a promo.
It's gas, though. I don't care.
It is. But
he makes it good. He makes me care.
Gas, no brakes. I'm gonna beat your ass from post to post. Every single promo, bro. Every single promo.
Dude,
get it.
When he came, I was dreading it, and then I'm like, bro, this guy's
no, cool. I think he's awesome. Solo is just, I just couldn't. They've tried and they've tried.
They need to stick him with humor. If they keep him comedic, it's funny.
Yeah,
because when he was doing,
he's like comedic stuff.
I got tickets.
No, that was great. And then really the only other person right now I can think of off the top of my head is probably Damian Priest that I just don't care about right now.
What?
I won't lie.
I get he's overpushed, but
and that's because I'm a big Drew McIntyre fan and just
I like Drew too. I'm be honest.
No part of me wants Damian Priest versus
I like Damian now a lot because he's from New York, but it's a lot because I guess he gets it's a similar vibe that New Yorkers share. Yeah. But like when he beat Damian, bro, I record everything. The phone went away. I was
he's good. Like I will acknowledge that he is good at what he does.
Yes.
He has the most boring finisher. Like his promos are boring.
I mean, let's not. Everyone's their own opinion. I don't feel the same.
30 finishers and then put someone away with one choke slam. Like
I think his choke slam looks good when it's good.
It's cool.
It's like Bailey. Though.
I don't know.
If you make it look good, it's great. But when it's
yeah. I don't know. I usually enjoy most of the time when people are on TV. I mean, I guess B-Fab. I don't really care about B-Fab either, but who does?
Oh yeah, be fabulous.
Slay.
Oh, this is a new one. I was asking my buddy about this. Who are some wrestlers from this newer generation of wrestlers, like around our age, that you're starting to buy into the hype early?
My like our generation of who's like on TV now, or just literally like
I said, wrestlers around our age.
So literally like 20-year-olds. Dude, Javon Evans, I'm sold on.
Yeah, I see.
I would like to see Javon Evans have a little bit more passion in his promos. Mm-hmm. Just because I think he can kind of be like the teenager that like snaps back at his teacher in class. Like, man, what you talking about? Like, you know what I mean? But I would love to see some more passion from Javon Evans. But I think he's incredible, absolutely incredible. I love Cora Jade not only because I'm madly in love with her, but
this man knows. He knows something.
Knows ball, bro. Knows ball.
And listen, the Cora Jade is not. Listen, it ain't just because she's beautiful. It's because she is damn good at her craft, and she is quite possibly. I don't want to say the next Sasha Banks, but she's the next Sasha Banks.
She gives off similar vibes. Yeah, she gives off
that little bratty, snotty, like
yeah.
I'm
trying to think of who all is like in that like age range.
Anyone in the 20s, I would say.
Yeah,
I mean, if you don't like Tiffany Stratton, you got a problem.
Yeah, I love Tiffy. I love Tiffy.
Tiffy time. She is so good, so quick.
Braun Breaker. I don't know how old Braun is now, but
he's young. He's I mean, yeah, he's in that class.
Yeah, I think he's got a lot of potential. He's grown on me a lot since NXT. I wasn't really a big fan of him in NXT, but I think he's really gotten to
on the main roster. He's just
his latter bit of NXT when he was in the tag team with Baron Corbin, and then on the main roster, I think he's really gotten to let his personality shine through. That they didn't get to him. He was just beating people up and sparing people.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed that. I think Carmelo Hayes is just going to get stuck in the Dolph Ziggler position.
Maybe. I hope not. I think Triple H sees some of him. I really do. I think the fact that he's so good in the ring and he's young, he'll get his push.
Yeah. I hope so, but I don't know. I struggle to see it.
I mean, I definitely get that. Do you watch just WWE's or do you watch TNA, AEW, New Japan, anything else?
I don't, to be honest. You're never going to see me being tribalistic. I may make I'll make a haha AEW joke every once in a while, but that's just because I like to have fun, not because I hate AEW. I think AEW, and especially how well TNA is doing nowadays, is so crucial for the environment of professional wrestling. Because you have guys like Baron Corbin, or you have guys or girls like Alba Fire that get released. They're not screwed like they were 10 years ago. TNA was so dead 10 years ago. AEW didn't exist.
And for the record, you know she's not on TV enough, but he calls out the wrong name.
Oh, it was it's Aladon, right? No, I'm getting outed as a casual. Oh no.
Oh no! TikTok, get ready. Call me casual down below.
Oh no, I'm getting clipped for that one.
I keep seeing her TikTok because she keeps on the basketball games. I'm like, huh?
No, but 10 years ago, dude, if you get released, especially
it was done. You were done.
Yeah, when a Jack Swagger got released, you don't got a place to go. You
went to the bootleg MMA and real impact.
Yeah, and you hope New Japan picks you up.
Oh yeah.
And it's just now you have so many opportunities in the U.S., whether it's through TNA, who still has the WWE connection, and AEW, which is obviously they're not doing as well as they were a few years ago, but it's still a great opportunity for people to get to rebrand themselves. That didn't exist a long time ago, and I think people that wish on AEW or TNA or whoever else's downfall just needs to get out of their own ass. I won't lie. It's so crucial. As much as I don't watch AEW, I don't enjoy their product usually. It's so crucial to the environment of professional wrestling. But I do usually only watch WWE. Yeah, I do want to start watching TNA specifically because I think I'd really enjoy it. But on a week-to-week basis, I watch Raw, SmackDown, and NXT.
Yeah, that's pretty much me. I try to watch AEW. It never works out well just because. Listen, here's my thing. It's WWE basketball. AEW's falling behind there, so. If it doesn't fall in, it doesn't fall through. I know they have. I try to watch their pay-per-views. They are fun. I do like a handful of talent out there, but it's just damn, it's not enough time.
I would love to watch their pay-per-views. I just am not going to spend $60 for.
Well, now I think they're on Max, and there's actually one this weekend. I'm trying to watch at work. If they are, and I know they just signed with Prime Video, so hey, if you get your pay-per-views for free, then there you go. But I'm not. Yeah, I don't like. I bootleg it. I'll be honest with you. I'll bootleg. I ain't paying no fucking $60 for no AEW. Come on now. My mom bought one show, and that was because she wanted to see Bryan Danielson versus MJF in the 60-minute match, and she was getting pissed that it kept freezing. So she's like, "Fuck this." Got the credit card, paid that. All right, I see you snacking up. All right, we're almost done. I think we got a couple more questions left. Maybe 10 minutes. Cool. Top 3 snacks, because you've been munching up this whole time.
Dude, I got shout out. I guess they're getting coverage on your channel too. Shout out Fruit Riot. I don't know if you can see it. They sent me out a box of their stuff. It's really good, frozen fruit with sour stuff all over it.
That's hey man.
I'm in the pineapple one right now.
Nice. I don't even know what I snack. No, those red Lay's Ruffles chips. I think I don't know what they're called.
Dude, buffalo wing Cheez-Its are so gas.
Ooh, I don't know. I like regular
Cheez-Its in general. Cheez-Its in general, but buffalo wing Cheez-Its are gas.
Cheez-Its period.
Amen. I'm not a big snack guy usually. I like me get me some Cool Ranch Doritos or some the purple sweet chili ones, and I'll mess those up. But I'm not a big snack guy usually, to be honest.
That's fair. All right, I just thought of this one on the fly. So I take it you're a single man. When you're
I am
looking
at the
for
moment.
different women out there, do you bring out the fact that you're a wrestling fan out early, or do you try to save it back? I don't know what your experiences have been. I'm just think it's interesting.
I don't know. I feel like
Haven't gotten
I
there yet?
am ADHD enough to where it usually just comes out at some
That's fair.
point, and I don't care anymore. Like if you ain't down with the fact that I like watching men fake fight in underwear, then we just it's not gonna work out.
Hey, I preach that, because if you tell me to turn it off, you got to go.
I would have said probably 2 years ago I would be a little more reserved about it. And I don't go on a date and I'm like, by the way, I have 50,000 followers on TikTok. I talk about wrestling.
Hey,
I'm
listen, I'm not
do
gonna lie to you.
Like,
That's one of my speaking points. I'd be like, yo, people like to hear me talk about men's fight.
exactly. But usually I'm pretty open about it nowadays. I'm pretty open about it.
Hey, listen, I think it's wrestling's at a point where it's like, wow, we can be open, we can be honest, and it's
Yeah.
fun. It's not something that to be
Yeah, because
ashamed
I
of.
can
It's
talk like whether it's a girl or just like a friend that doesn't watch wrestling. I'll be
Yeah,
like,
people in
The
general.
Rock, like it'll be like The Rock was on TV, by the way. They're like, oh, that's cool. I didn't know The Rock was in WWE. I'm like, yeah, that's where he started.
Yeah, some people may be like, really? I'm like, The Rock
Yeah.
was made there, man. You know.
Yeah. So it's I'm not. It's not the first thing I jump to tell people, but I'm usually I'm not a closed book about it. I'm not ashamed anymore.
All right, we're top 3 feuds. Boom. All time.
Now or of all time?
All time.
Oh gosh.
While you're watching, at least. Put it like that.
Since I've been watching, I think the whole Cody Rhodes bloodline thing, or specifically The Rock and Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns leading up to WrestleMania last year, has to be up there. This is going to be a rogue one, and it's just personal for me. Dolph Ziggler and The Miz in 2016 for the Intercontinental Championship. I had a lot of fun watching that. I had good memories watching that. Oh gosh. My heart wants to say CM Punk, Drew McIntyre, but I feel like that's recency bias.
No, it ain't.
I enjoyed the trilogy of Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes. Anything but Brock Lesnar and freaking Roman Reigns, man, to be honest.
Hey, that last one was good though.
Man, I'm not sure, to be honest. I'm bad. I'm so bad at like picking apart like specific things from the past, like with specifically like wrestling and stuff. I don't know why I'm like so bad at it. I need to just make a list or something.
Yeah, you definitely
Like,
got. I think people, if you go on YouTube and make that Vanvleet top 10, people would love to hear it.
I think even Dominic and Ray's first feud was really fun for me. I gotta like anything that makes my mentality with wrestling is I'm here to have fun.
Exactly.
Like I think people like I love dissecting it and having fun with it, but I think people take it a little too seriously and forget that it's a entertainment TV product. And like a dad beating the crap out of his son is so funny, bro.
Yes.
Like Dominic saying he served hard time when he was in juvie for a day. Like that stuff has me dead, and I think people just take it too seriously, especially when it comes to like the Dominics and even like Logan Paul or whatever. I'm like, people will take too seriously. Like I'm here to have fun.
Like when people, they just be going crazy. They just, some people just like, I hate this. Why is it on TV? Then they end this now. I'm like, bro, let me enjoy. Yeah. I don't give a shit if someone wants to tell me this is boring. I don't like I enjoy it.
The biggest example recently was Io Sky winning. Her not getting DQ'd was like such a big thing on social media.
I was wondering, my mom even asked me, she's like, yo, did you get involved? I'm like, listen,
like,
I don't mind.
If this was a legitimate sports competition, yes, you want to have legitimacy in your sporting and your sanctioning of your matches. But this isn't a real sport. Like, obviously,
hey, man, you know what's crazy? This is like, to all the girls who want to say this too, this is just like the doctor show you watch. It's all fake.
And I think wrestling fans, specifically on the internet, are just like, well, why didn't she get disqualified? That's always a DQ when someone gets pushed. I'm like, so you're telling me, for entertainment purposes, you would have rather had a DQ finish to a championship main event? Like,
over the shock that nobody saw coming. Nobody.
Yeah, no one. No, like, obviously, like, I get if you're a Rhea Ripley fan. Like, there's a lot of big Rhea Ripley fans. Like, if you see Rhea lose the title, that sucks. I get it. But are you really telling me you would have rather seen a DQ, like a boner deflator DQ finish during a championship match on Monday Night Raw instead of a really cool, like, surprise shock finish?
Yes. That's a new term. I haven't heard that one in a minute.
We've been using it for NASCAR recently, me and my friends.
Hey, that's a good one.
If they throw a caution and end the race on the last lap early, it's a boner deflator.
There you go. There you go. All right, I have one last question about. There's something I want to. What do you? I'm trying to think. What do the people want to know about you? What do you? What's the number one question you get asked the most if you know you necessarily haven't answered in full?
I don't know. I don't usually get asked.
Not that you're not Chris Vanvleet. Everyone knows you're not.
Yeah, I don't know. Some people like.
They might think. I mean,
I think.
I know you might look. You guys. He looks young, but not that young.
I could never be that beautiful. I don't know. I usually don't get asked a ton about, like, my personal life. It's usually strictly wrestling stuff, which I'm kind of okay with. I mean, people usually just ask where I'm from or something, which is boring. But I'm originally from Mississippi.
Yeah.
I don't know, I have a personal life, which I'm okay with. I like, my big thing is even though it's kind of crazy to say because I do social media, like, I never want to get to the point where I can't go to, like, Kroger or something. Like,
yeah.
I love the fact that I can, like, I can go to a wrestling show or, like, somewhere I choose to go where I know I might get recognized or something once or twice, and that's fun. But if I don't ever want to get, I have to sacrifice my privacy, and so I guess it's kind of a good thing. People don't necessarily ask too much about my personal life.
That's good. I mean, listen. I think you'll grow and get, not necessarily all the way like Drake hypothetically, but no, I think
I will literally delete all my social medias before that happens.
Don't do that, man. Listen. At some point, you gotta accept the good that comes with the bad, but like. I definitely think, obviously, if I'm in the supermarket and someone came and say what's up to me, I'm not ever going to turn you down. But, like, it's also, sometimes you just want to, like, leave me alone.
Yeah.
I mean, I think you're lucky you don't stand out too much where, like, if you put a hoodie on, glasses, ain't nobody going to bother you.
Yeah, I don't want to have to get to that point. Like, that, I don't want to, like, whether it's because of content or which wrestling content, you're not ever going to be that big. But
I don't know about that. I don't know, man. I think BDE would get called out anywhere.
Fair, but I don't want to be like doing specifically with music. I don't want to get to the point where I have to worry about going, where I have to worry anything.
You don't want those people interactions, huh?
I don't want to think about it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like, if someone randomly comes up to me and goes, "I love your music," like, oh my gosh, like, that's super cool. But I don't want to be worried about, like, every single day being able to go outside in peace. That, like, you've
never had a crying fan, right?
Not yet. It depends what you define that.
Like a fan who comes up to you and it's like, "Oh my God, you're a hero. You mean so much to me." Like, I've seen, like,
I'm sure there's probably people that would do that if I met them, but I don't.
There's nothing wrong with it, but it's just like, it's really like mind blowing. It's like, damn, you're actually like, you make a difference in this space. It's like, you mean something to people.
Yeah. It's super cool. And again, everybody, whether they've been here for a little bit or a long time, I know there's specifically a few people in my head that I'm thinking about that have just been really supportive of the channel over the last few years. I'm super grateful, and I don't ever want the people that support me to think I take that for granted, because I don't.
For sure. All right, we got 2 questions remaining. One is, what future events will you be at this year, if any, that you have planned so far?
I honestly have no idea. It depends. If my minute-long TikTok videos start pulling 1 million views every day, I guess I'll go to whatever I want to. But at the moment, I don't necessarily have anything on my calendar. I know there's a show in Lexington in June that I'll probably go to because Cena's announced for it. I don't think I've seen Cena at a show since 2017. So, I will probably make that happen. In terms of big shows, I doubt it, unless we get like a Survivor Series or Money in the Bank or something announcement.
What's the farthest you travel?
I wouldn't fly anywhere for a wrestling show right now.
That's fair.
I think I've driven 4 hours. We drove 3.5 hours to Rumble. I drove 3 hours to Nashville for CM Punk's first Raw back. And so I would be fine doing that, but I think I would go. Where is SummerSlam this year?
MetLife, New Jersey. That's literally the question I had on here. Is he going to go to SummerSlam?
Is it not in Minneapolis this year?
No, that's next year.
Oh, it's next year. Okay. I would like to go to a show up north because I don't go up. I think the furthest north I've been is DC. So I would like at some point to go to a show in like New York or something because I've never been.
You gotta come. If you can make it, you gotta go. Listen, when you come here, you'll have the greatest place in the world. It might have some trash in some streets, but when you get to the good parts, no better place in the world.
Yeah, I don't have other than maybe the one or there's probably some shows in Cincinnati or Louisville that I might try to go to this year, but I don't have anything big on my calendar unless either like I get blessed with a sponsor or something that wants to send me somewhere, or if my videos start really popping and I can
hashtag sponsor Vanvleet.
Surfshark, if you can hear me.
Nah, you gotta get that SeatGeek plug.
Yeah, amen. Or if I can get like if my videos start going really crazy and I can just have fun and go to shows and make content for the shows, like I would love to. But
that's what I want to do, man. That's the dream. You just want to be able to go have fun. Include as many people as you can, man.
Yeah, I try to be really conservative with my money and not throw it around willy nilly. As much as I do want to live in the moment, like
not everyone could go on the world tours like Bree does. She go on every show, and I'm like, bro, how?
I'm like, Bree, how? I ain't seen Bree work a day. I ain't seen anything about Bree working anywhere.
Here's the thing, though. What you never see her outside of these shows half the time. So it's like, damn, she's busting. I'm like, I respect
it. I respect it. I'll make it happen.
All right, we have one question left and a baby question after. So, but this one, beautiful. What's your dreams for like all your content creation, your music? Like, where do you want to end up?
I again, like I said earlier, I don't want to ever be too big to where I can't go outside. If I had 500,000 monthly listeners on Spotify, I would consider it a really good success. And if I was on for like TikTok or Instagram, like if I had 100K on Instagram, or like if I had 200K on TikTok, I would I'd say I've done really well. Enough to where I can make a comfortable living and not risk like not being able to go anywhere. I don't know. Fame has never been a temptation for me.
That's fair. That's very fair.
Yeah.
Damn, I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was gonna be a little longer than I expected. And then one baby question. When is our next collab coming? Whether it's a gaming video or stream, I think that people would love to see it.
I am not sure, to be honest. I've been kind of brainstorming stuff for like my content of what I'd like to do with people. Because I'm not really sure where that fits in with the content that I do right now.
Nothing has to fit in. You gotta just do you. You're Vanvleet.
Yeah,
100%. What is Vanvleet? You gotta make the world love what you are. You can do anything. Listen, take it from me, 100%. A guy who can go from making a video game video to playing basketball to watching wrestling to talking about this. Do it all. Do whatever.
It would have to be something. I'll think about something, and I'm sure we can come up with something because I'd love to have you on my channel.
100%, man. Anytime.
On the top of my head.
Anytime. We gotta have the most fun possible. Well, thank you very much, man, for joining the channel, joining the pod. You're always welcome to come back anytime. I think we had a pretty good talk here today. The people would love it. You guys want to see Vanvleet more? Let me know down below. And if you love it, we'll make it happen.
Yeah, I know I'm not the massive LA Knight fan, but hopefully I was worth your time.
Hey, man. You are Vanvleet. You're pretty damn cool yourself as well.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
At least for my first two guests having LA Night Girl and you, I think we're doing pretty good over here.
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it.
Any last words you have for the people that you would like, any plugs you want to point out, anything that you want them to know about you, your future?
Yeah, if you're interested in any of my content, I'm sure it's linked below. But most importantly, it would mean the world if you go stream my music. I make music on Spotify, Apple, Pandora if you're into that, Amazon Music, all of them except for SoundCloud because SoundCloud is cringe. Would mean the world. I have I think like 5 singles out right now. Comment on the video which one is your favorite after, because I know you guys comment on the videos. I know you comment on the videos, so comment which one your favorite is, I guess.
Damn straight. Make sure you go get your refreshment. There you go. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button down below. Leave a like, comment as well. Thank you for coming out, and we will see you next time. Peace.
Yeah.
And there you go.